Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Today we are back in Argentina, and we're going to be taking a very cheap flight, I guess, over to the town of Comodoro Rivadavia in the southeast of Argentina. And I keep mentioning this, we are very near the bottom, very bottom part of South America, which I'm really excited about. So the tour is about half over, to be honest. Once we're done that, we're going to be just heading right back north. I mentioned we're going to try and head towards Guyana if we can. And then from there, we're going to hop back into the Caribbean and fly around a little bit. All right. But today, Comodoro Rivadavia, sorry, is the place that we're going to be heading to today. Flight time today, we're looking at 1 hour and 18 minutes at 27,000 feet. Not really going to show too much about weather because it's going to be absolutely perfect en route. Current weather right now in Comodoro. I'm just gonna say Comodoro from now on. So the weather right now in Comodoro, we're looking at winds out of 180 at 10 knots. Visibility is unlimited. Clouds few at 4,500 feet. Temperature is really cool. It's 7 degrees C with a dew point at 2 degrees C today. So as I'm going to keep mentioning, the further we get south, close to the southern tip of South America, it is winter in South America right now. So well, anywhere below the equator, I guess. So it's going to be very cold. But should be all right. We are in the aircraft. I could stand cold right now, so let's get ready to get out of here, folks. We've already completed all of our final checks. Trying not to go up on the grass, but very tough not to do. Yeah, we're probably getting dinged for our taxi lights, right? Which I totally forgot to turn on. Let's see, I think we're departing runway 26. It should be this guy here, so I guess we can go this way. Gotta make sure I get those taxi lights on right when we straighten up. Right. Taxi lights are on. And we're gonna make this right turn here. So that's what's going to get us right towards that runway we need to get to, which is up here. We're going the right way. I'm not going the right way. I'm not going the right way. Okay. Let me double check our... I'm going to double check our map here, and just to make sure we're going the right way. And I'll be right back in a second, all right? All right, now back. So runway 26 ended up kind of being a little side runway. Best way for me to explain it. Very much smaller runway. That's sort of running like adjacent to the the main runway of the airport. So just heading down this tiny runway now. In fact, Navigraph has it as like a dirt runway. This looks paved though. So we're just gonna come to the end here and turn around, and we're gonna probably just go into the dirt to do it. And we're gonna prepare ourselves to take off. Then we'll get out of here. Alright. It's pretty much not much else that we could do right now. Here we go, runway 26. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to try and do is, once we take off, I'm going to try and get up and do a pretty steep right turn, or maybe probably go left, because I just need to avoid these mountains on the way up. And yeah, then we'll head back onto our flight track and we'll get going. Alright, so let's take a quick look at our checklist. Final items, flaps are 15. Let's get our landing lights on. Ice protection as required. I already have the ice protection, especially for the windows, on right now because it's pretty cool here and it's going to get colder fast. Going to get our condition lever to flight idle. Cause is looking good. No errors we need to worry about. We will set our heading, or sync our heading, and yeah, good to go, folks. All right, I'm gonna set takeoff power. All right, takeoff power set, release brakes, and away we go, folks. So we are very high up, about 2,600 feet, which means it's going to be a little harder to get up to speed, but not going to be much of a problem with this aircraft. Rotates. Right, gear up. And just going to set our trim, just so we can ease back a little bit. And I'm going to start that left turn. Let's go flaps up, get a little bit of speed. I'm just going to keep this the shallow left turn for now as we keep climbing. Gonna get our yaw damper and autopilot on. Gotta sync our heading, and let's just keep doing that turn. Heading. All right. So kind of once we get back on our flight track, we'll go ahead and do our after takeoff checklist. So right now we're just really kind of looking out for the airport. So airport is off to our left because we're pretty much heading straight towards that. Okay. Where's the range? Oh, there we go. All right. So let's start our right turn here. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna go to our flight plan, and we can just go direct to the next waypoint, which is well, actually, sorry, let's just go into nav mode. That'll be a good start. And yeah, I know we're supposed to be going to ESQ next. There we go. Yeah, we should be good now. All right. So we'll dial back our climb power. So we'll dial back our thrust to climb power. So let's go ahead and do our after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up, yaw damper is on, flaps are up, ice protection is required, climb power is set, pressurization, we are pressurizing, engine instruments are all looking good. I think we're good to go, folks. The only thing is that we're climbing a little slow right now. I want to drop the nose just a little bit. So it's a little slow for me. But outside of that, we should be good to go. Let me switch off the autopilot just for a sec, just to get our nose down. I just want to pick up speed. Alright, speed is looking good. Let's get our landing lights off as well, so we cross 10,000. And autopilot nav back on. We could do indicated airspeed as well. And that should get us back on track. Perfect. Alrighty, so for EQS, the transition altitude here is 10,000 feet. So yeah, we could actually go to 29902 now. Yeah, and I think we're all good now, folks. Alright, so just take a look outside and enjoy the view as we are climbing. And while we're climbing, let's go ahead and let's talk about our destination for today, which is, and I'm going to try not to mess up this name again, Comodoro Rivadavia. So Comodoro Rivadavia is an interesting city in Argentina located in the province of Chubut along the Atlantic coast. It's actually the largest city in the province and serves as a major hub for the oil industry in the region. The city has a population of around 220,000 people, which makes it quite significant in the Patagonian region. So one of the things that makes Comodoro Rivadavia stand out is its strong connection to the oil industry. And the city grew rapidly in the early 20th century after oil was discovered there in 1907. And because of this, it has a rather industrial feel, but there's also a beautiful coastal view and some nice spots to explore if you're interested in the history and natural beauty of the area. So for points of interest, the Museo Nacional de Petróleo It's definitely a must visit, and it offers a fascinating look at the history of the oil exploration and production in Argentina. There's also the Cerro Chenque, a hill that provides panoramic views of the city and the coast. And if you enjoy outdoor activities, the beaches in and around the city are a popular spot for fishing, windsurfing, and other water sports. So Comodoro Rivadavia isn't just about industry and oil, though it has a growing cultural scene with theaters, museums, and cultural centers, making it a city with a mix of modern and traditional Patagonian life. All right. So that's about it, folks. We are going to continue our climb and going to just go up to 27,000 feet. And when I come back, we'll be starting our descent into Comodoro Rivadavia. So I want you guys to take a shot for every time I mess up that name. Probably going to be really drunk. All right. I'll be back soon. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We've started our approach. I'm not even going to attempt to try and say the name because I'm going to mess it up. Overall, it has been a good flight, pretty clear skies, but when I check the weather, although there's no rain in the area, there is a fair amount of cloud cover, but as the weather report said, the clouds should pretty much be out the way once we get below 4,000 feet or so. So we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our approach for today, and we'll just bring this up here on screen. Okay, so today we're doing the RNP Zulu runway 25 approach. We're just going to have us coming in at the Iceland waypoint for the initial approach fix, and we're going to go down to Cabot to 2,000 feet, and then it should just be a straight in approach to the runway 25. Right about now we're actually starting the turn to come towards Iceland, and as this is an RMP approach, we can pretty much just follow the GPS all the way down. GPS should just bring us in. Should be pretty straightforward. All we have to do is just make sure that we are all set up for the approach. And go ahead and switch off Navigraph, and let's just come back to the cockpit. We are at 7,300 feet. As I mentioned, descending to 2,000 feet. And here we are. We're actually about to make the turn right onto the Cabot waypoint. Should be coming up very soon. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and arm approach mode. And if everything is good, we should just start that right turn right when we hit Cabot. So we're at about 200 knots right now. Just going to dial back the throttle so that we can just get ourselves all prepared for landing, because it's going to come up pretty quick and fast. Got our VNAV set up for 200 feet per minute descent. So didn't really need to rush down like that. Everything is looking good. Transition altitude is at 3,000 feet. So once we reach there, I'm just going to go ahead and get the altimeter configured. And there is the airport right in front of us. Looks like there's an airplane that's about to land though. So we should keep an eye on that. For whatever reason, approach mode is armed but not active. I don't know if it's because we're too high or what, but we should be coming down about yeah, 2,000 feet. We should be there about, we should be at the final approach fix about 2 nautical miles before the final approach fix. And it looks like we're on track to reach there. About to cross 4,200 feet now. I'm still looking for 3,000. And once I do that, I will kind of get ourselves all prepared for landing. But I really would want to slow down now. The runway looks very, very close. Alright, as soon as we reach 3,000 feet, actually let me go calibrate. Of course, there's a little bit more here. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on as well. Sorry, taxi lights on. So most likely dealing with a pretty long runway here too. Just waiting for things to flatten out so that we can go ahead and get our flaps and gear down, and from that point we're pretty much going to slow down really, really quickly. It was a beautiful approach. Nice nice view of the coast, which is something that we did not get very often. Oops, keep hitting the mic. All right. So we are heading towards that final approach fix there. We are really, really close though. All right. So, gonna get gear down. We're gonna dump everything. Yaw damper off. So landing lights are on, gears down. Our flaps are set to full. We're actually moving really, really slow now. Yeah, we're just gonna get a bit of a flatter approach. I don't really like how we're a little high right now. Okay. Have a little bit of a crosswind from the left, but overall everything is good, folks. We are all ready for landing. Just need to make sure I am
500
more centered with the runway. There we go. And we're actually really slow right now. Just want to get a little bit of speed up. doing about 85 knots, which should be good for landing.
Excellent landing, sir.
There was nothing smooth about that. I said excellent landing, so I guess it looked a lot smoother than it was, but or was a lot smoother than it looked. To me, it just felt like we just slammed ourselves down the runway. But we are here, folks. Welcome to Comodoro Rivadavia. Local time here is about 3:10 p.m. Did see an aircraft. I don't know if it landed earlier or if it was taken
Warning,
off.
trim.
Judging by the lack of aircraft here, it's probably taken off. Let's go ahead and stop here. And let's get our landing lights off. Get all our icing or de-icing off. You don't need that. Flight director can come off as well. And we'll go to ground idle. Ground idle just makes it a little easier to handle when we taxi. Don't have as much power. So that was a beautiful approach, folks. And we got in just fine. Just gonna bring up our flight logs once we pull in, just to see how we did as far as flight time. I know we were dealing with a bit of a headwind for most of the flight. We can come straight ahead to this this gas pump right here. That's the air pump. There you go. Oops. Not sure why that came up just now. Alrighty. Let's come up top. Taxi lights can come off. Beacon can come off. And we'll just come here and shut off the engines. We'll be good to go.
Warning, essential bus.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
And we roll forward. I thought we had our brakes on. Alright, folks. So if you come outside, you're going to see we just rolled forward. And we are in. We're in the sign, and I forgot to pull my flaps up as well. Wonderful. Alright. Well, let's chalk another one up for messing up the parking. I've literally done this like 3 flights in a row. So anyway, here we are, folks. South America. We are now so close to the very, very tip of South America. Next flight, or probably the next 1 or 2 flights will be there. I'm also going to see if we can get a flight into the Falkland Islands, which is just off of the tip of South America. So we'll see how that goes. Outside of that, folks, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you see fit, and if you like bad parking jobs. And I'll catch you on the next one. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy saying stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.